The ultimate source of energy for all living organisms is sun. Product of photosynthesis are option C, carbohydrate and oxygen. The mode of nutrition in which organisms take in nutrients in solution form from dead and decaying matter is option C, saprotrophic nutrition. Which of the following shows symbiotic relationship? Option C, both A and B, lichens, rhizobium bacteria and leguminous plants. The process by which green plants prepare their own food is known as option B, photosynthesis. Stomata are present on option B, leaves. Which of the following is insectivorous plant? Option C, pitcher. Rhizobium is a bacteria. Green plants are known as option B, autotrophs. The plant which traps the feeds on insects is option C, pitcher plant. Plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere mainly through their leaves. The internal factor affecting the process of photosynthesis is chlorophyll. Organisms need nutrition to obtain energy, fight against disease, grow, all of these. The chemical used in starch test is iodine. The pitcher plant falls in the category of option B, insectivore. Parasites live on other living beings. Water reaches the leaves from the root by option C, xylem. It is not advisable to sit under the trees at night because option A, carbon dioxide ratio is higher under the trees at night. The gas used from the atmosphere during photosynthesis is option C, carbon dioxide. The components of food necessary for our body are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins. Option D, all of these. The gas produced during photosynthesis is option A, oxygen. The solar energy is captured by which part of the plant? Option B, leaves. The pores on the lower surface of leaf are option A, stomata. Which of the following is not an end product of photosynthesis? Option A, carbon dioxide. What do leguminous plants produce? Right answer is option C, pulses. Leguminous plants are the ones that produce lentils, beans and peas. Organisms which prepare food for themselves using simple naturally available raw materials are referred to as right answer is option B, autotrophs. Organisms which prepare food for themselves using simple naturally available raw materials are referred to as autotrophs. Organisms which are dependent on plants for their food are known as heterotrophs. Parasites are those organisms which live and are dependent on the host for food. They obtain food at the cost of their host. Saprophytes are the organisms which eat dead and decaying matter as food. Identify the cell organ that is present in the both animal and plant cells and that acts as a barrier between the cell and its environment to control what goes in the cell and what is pushed out. Right answer is option C, cell membrane. The cell membrane is the cell organelle responsible for controlling the movement of substances in and out of the cell. The membrane acts as a barrier between the surroundings environment and the cell itself and is present in both the animal and plant cell. Which of the following follows both the autotrophic as well as the heterotrophic mode of nutrition? Right answer is option B, insectivorous. Insectivorous plants are the ones that follow both the autotrophic as well as a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. These plants derive their nutrients by consuming animals, insects, and protozoans. They produce energy through photosynthesis. Some of the examples of insectivorous plants are Venus trap, California, pitcher plant, etc. Human beings are known as heterotrophs. Like all the members of the animal kingdom, man too is a heterotroph. They are either directly or indirectly dependent on plants to obtain their nutrition. These organisms are unable to produce their own food and therefore are dependent on autotrophs like the green plants to fulfill their nutritional requirements. Next question is the organ that is responsible for the gaseous exchange in the plants are right answer is option A, leaf. A majority of the gaseous exchange in the plants takes place through leaves as they have a large number of stomata present on them. They are in direct contact with the air. Stem helps in providing support to the leaves and help in conducting minerals and water to the leaves. The roots are used for the exchange of minerals of water in the soil, while the flower is the reproductive organ of the plant. Therefore, the gaseous exchange takes place through the leaf. Next question is the structure present only in plant cells that lies outside the cell membrane and helps to provide structure or support to the plant is known as right answer is option D, cell wall. A marble is an example of right answer is option B, parasite. A marble is an example of parasitic plant. Next question is which part of the plant gets carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis? Right answer is option D, stomata. The external factor affecting the process of photosynthesis is option B, temperature. Next question is two organisms are good friends and live together. One provides shelter, water, and nutrients, while the other prepares and provides food. Such an association of organisms is termed as right answer is option D, symbiosis. Saprophyte is those which feed on dead and decaying matter. Parasites are organisms which feed on other organisms. Autotrophs are organisms which prepare their own food. Next question is When we observe the lower surface of a leaf through a magnifying lens, we see numerous small openings. Which of the following is the term given to such openings? Right answer is option A, stomata. Lamina is the green expanded part of the leaf with veins and veinlets. The midrib is the middle prominent vein. Veins provide rigidity to leaves and act as channels for the transport of water, minerals and food materials. Stomata are the very small pores usually located on the underside of the leaves and take part in the exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide during photosynthesis and respiration. They are surrounded by guard cells. The term that is used for mode of nutrition in yeast, mushroom and bread mold is right answer is option C, saprophyte. These are all fungi. They absorb the nutrients from the dead and decaying matter. They secrete digestive juices which help them to digest the organic material. This type of absorbing nutrition is called the saprophytic mode of nutrition. Next question is pitcher plant traps insects because it right answer is option B, grows in soil which lack nitrogen. Pitcher plant grows in the soil which is deficient in nitrogen. Pitcher plant carry out photosynthesis to produce carbohydrates. But for nitrogen source, it traps and digests the insects. Next question is in the absence of which of the following will photosynthesis not occur in leaves? Right answer is option B, chlorophyll. The leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize food from carbon dioxide and water. Next question is which part of the plant is referred to as the food factory? Right answer is option A. Leaves are known as the food factory of a plant. They have a pigment known as chlorophyll that traps the energy from the sunlight that is used during the process of photosynthesis. This helps in the preparation of food. Next question is the process of taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen by the plants takes place in the process of right answer is option D, photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is released. Photosynthesis refers to the process through which the green plants can prepare their own food from water and carbon dioxide using the energy that is derived from the sunlight. The process leads to the formation of glucose that acts as a food for the plants. Next question is the intake of food prepared by other organisms is referred to which mode of nutrition? Right answer is option B, heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is seen in plants. Plants do not eat food produced by other organisms. Animals that obtain food from the plants as they cannot produce their own food are known as heterotrophs. Therefore, heterotrophic nutrition involves the use or intake of complex material that is prepared by some other organism. Next question is the nutrients in the soil can be replenished by which of the following option? Right answer is option D, all of the above. Nutrients in the soil can be replenished through various methods. Manures and fertilizers contain nutrients such as potassium, nitrogen and phosphorus. Fertilizers help in replenishing the soil that is exhausted with the rich organic nutrients. Manure and compost also do the same and reintroduces the nutrients in living organisms in the soil. Next question is, the organisms that obtain the food they eat from the non-living material in the surroundings are known as. Right answer is option A, saprophytes. Saprophytes refer to those plants and animals that live on the dead material and obtain the food nutrients by breaking down the organic matter. Autotrophs are other organisms that produce their own food using carbon dioxide, water, minerals, and light. Epiphytes are organisms that grow on another plant's surface and derive their nutrients from the air around them. Parasites live in a host organism or on it and receive their food from their host.